Boxing truth here. Looks like Miguel Cotto is not thinking about retirement anytime soon. Looks like, the plan is for Cotto to fight 2 times in 2016. They're looking to maybe perhaps have him return in the month of June, give him more and more time with Freddie Roach, as he's going to have to prepare for Manny Pacquiao in this coming week for his next fight. So June is the most likely time where Cotto will schedule a fight. It looks like maybe New York could be the destination for his next fight, for his 2016 campaign, perhaps at the Barclays Center. There are currently some options for Cotto. Cotto has options for his next fight. It looks like a few names being mentioned. Marquez was put out there, and it's gotten a little more serious ever since the idea was thrown out there. However, Marquez looks like he's going to want a tune-up fight. He's been out of the ring for almost 2 years, so going in straight to a fight with Cotto wouldn't be ideal for him. Also, the weight could be an issue for that fight. So the Marquez wanted a stipulation for Cotto to weigh in 153 pounds after the weigh-in. So a lot of issues to making that fight happen. Billy Joe Saunders, surprisingly, is on the list to fight from the list that Cotto's advisor gave to Freddie Roach. And that's not a good fight for Cotto. Billy Joe Saunders, yeah, maybe he's ducking Golovkin. Maybe he's not willing to fight Golovkin. But Billy Joe Saunders is he's not a bad fighter. And style-wise, that's not a good fight for Cotto. He'll be fighting a guy at middleweight. And besides, would Billy Joe Saunders do a catch weight? Miguel Cotto has yet to fight a full-fledged 160 without demanding a guys to come in at a catch weight. So I don't see that fight happening. I mean, he's being considered, but it's a bad style for Cotto. Saunders is a slick guy, boxer. He southpaw style. He's got footwork. He's got some speed. Just a bad style for Cotto. He shouldn't be dealing with that type of style at this stage of his career. It's not a good fight for him, and he's also it will be in the middleweight division. I'm not too sure if Saunders is willing to cut any weight, for a fight like that. But I don't see that fight happening. Kell Brook is also on the list, the IBF champ at 147 pounds. I'd be interested in that fight. Kell Brook is looking for a big fight. He's got the defense in March in Sheffield against his mandatory challenger Kevin Bizier, whatever. And he wants a big fight after that. He stated he's very frustrated that he hasn't had a big fight in a while. But he has to defend that title. He can't not lose that world title because he'll lose value if he loses that title. So he needs to make a defense of that title. It'd be an interesting fight. Kell Brook, I don't know how possible that fight could happen, but also the weight could be an issue. Can Cotto still make the welterweight limit? I mean, if Cotto really tried, I believe he still can safely make the 147-pound weight limit. He makes 154 pounds quite easily, so maybe an extra 6 pounds might be tough. But I think Cotto, if really tried hard, he could make the weight safely. Also, another opponent on the list, I think this is a good fight for Cotto. He is Liam Smith. Liam Smith is definitely a wanted man. He's promoted by Frank Warren. There's also been news that Canelo reached out to Team Smith. They offered him a fight according to Frank Warren. So Liam Smith definitely has options. He's the WBO 154-pound champion. He has a style that can make for entertaining fights with either Canelo or Cotto, and also very winnable fights for Canelo and Cotto against Liam Smith. Very possible that fight could happen. But obviously the Marquez fight is the fight that Freddie Roach wants. Cotto is interested in, and Rock Nation's interested in. HBO is on board with that fight. But is Marquez willing willing to take a fight with Cotto, coming off a 2-year layoff. Not likely. It'd be an interesting fight, only because I've never seen them fight before. I want to see if Marquez can handle a guy like Cotto. He's never really fought a big welterweight like that in his career. Manny Pacquiao is not a natural welterweight. He's pretty much a lightweight fighting in the welterweight division. He's just, he's got the ability and the athleticism and he's a great fighter. That's why he can compete with guys that are bigger than him. Interesting to see who Cotto will fight next. I'm not expecting a tune-up, but I'm expecting a high-profile fight. From the lists being put out here, I will either pick Marquez or Liam Smith. Kell Brook fight will be interesting. That's a definitely interesting fight. I wouldn't mind that, but I don't know how possible that fight can be made. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. Who would you like Cotto to fight next? This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.